Hey, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Alex?
I'm good. Thanks for hopping on.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. Welcome to episode 156 of the Blitz Take. I'm here with 2026 NFL Draft Prospect from Brown University, Doryn Smith, and I'm excited to have him on to uh, learn about his story and everything else. So, welcome.
Thank you. And I go to Cornell University, not Brown University. So,
Oh, okay. My bad.
oh, good.
um, how did your recruiting process go at the beginning stages of your high school career?
Um, so my recruiting process wasn't out there too much. I didn't really get heavily recruited until my post grad year at Salisbury Prep School in Salisbury, Connecticut, and I started seeing interest from low FCS schools and Ivy League schools, such as Cornell, Brown, Dartmouth, Elon talked to me a little bit, and Maine offered me a PWO. So I had a little light, and I was blessed to go to Salisbury School, and Coach Phelps really helped me a lot to get my name out there, and it was great being it was a new experience for me, having coaches come in and talk to me and watch me practice and things like that. And it was a decision that I was like, wow, like this is really true here, because throughout my um, years of being a freshman to senior in Martinsburg, West Virginia, where I'm from, excuse me, Martinsburg High School, wasn't getting recruited like that, and there's a few guys that were getting the same treatment of just having people come in to see them. And now that I was able to live that and see through that, I was like, wow, like this is a big time. And I end up going on a visit to Cornell in December, and I said, oh, this is the place to be, and ended up making my decision in February to attend Cornell University. Sorry.
What is a typical day like for you on game days?
A typical game day. So I'd wake up around 7, yeah, around like 7:30, 8, and get ready to get out the door, and we'd get to the facility, and I would stretch out, talk to my family before or while I'm stretching, or before I we had the pregame breakfast. Get there, I'm kind of in like my own zone. Like I'll talk a little bit here and there, but I'm really in my zone, thinking about the game, thinking about um, just preparing my mind for what's about to go on. And it's an exciting feeling, but I'm always, even though I've been through this countless of times, I'm always nervous as we do our show off marching through from our Statler Hotel to uh, the football field, and I'm just like, it's a bunch of emotions bottled up. But as soon as I get to the field, I make sure I walk all the way to the other side of the end zone where the scoreboard is, and I get down. I pray. I pray for my safety, for my family, and um, just strength within the game, and go out and compete.
Who in your family do you look up to and why?
I look up to my brother a lot. He really molded me to who I am today. Just every summer he played football since he was 5 all the way up to college. He played college football at Shippensburg University, and all the teachings that he taught me and how to work and the work ethic, it just went to it finally hit me, and I was like, I really follow what my brother does. And everything he wanted to do and got to do, I wanted to do that and then more. So he's a leader. He teaches me everything. He gives me great advice on anything that I'm struggling with, uh, or even like what should I eat for breakfast this morning, things like that. But yeah, he's really my role model, and I always taking his insight on things.
What current or former NFL player do you compare your game to?
Compare my game to, um, I like to say, I always think I could be a Jawan Jennings when it comes to pass blocking and the aggressiveness, and then for like route running, I would say um, Mike Evans. He's tall and slim and around 6'3", and the way he moves, I feel like I move just like him, and aggressive catches is what he does. So I feel like that those are my two comparisons.
What makes you a unique player on the football field?
Can you repeat that question again?
Yeah. What makes you a unique player on the football field?
Um, I believe my work ethic on the field, just every play. Um, I'm out there. I'm ready to go. I'm going 100 miles per hour. Um, I believe that my film study of just preparing for that week, of who I'm going up against and what their strengths and weaknesses are. I'm thinking out how I'm gonna run these routes, or like how the defense is gonna shift. So I feel like me being able to visualize the play before it goes on is definitely how I would set myself apart, along with the work ethic of just going 100 miles an hour each and every play.
What has been your favorite football memory playing at Cornell?
I got I would say I have two. One would be my first touchdown um, I had against Brown University 2 years ago, and it was like the first time I caught the ball, and I made a little wiggle after the catch and scored, and it was just a moment where I was trying so hard, like I need to score, and I didn't let the game come to me, and just God answered my prayers of that. And the second one, I would say, the same year, we played Yale University at Yale, and we wasn't supposed to win whatsoever. And in the closing minutes of that game, I had a few huge plays of getting us down the field, and we ended up beating them by a field goal. And it was a little shock to the Ivy League of just like, oh wow, like Cornell beat Yale. So those are my two favorite memories.
How many hours a day do you take the time to study film?
At least at least 3 hours a day. In the morning, I would look into for so like just going off this off season. And yeah, going off this all season, like I look at just how people run routes and against different coverages, and I'm like, okay, like this is how I see this. This is what I'm gonna do. And then another portion, like hour would just be straight, just like defensive film, like who's coming back next year, who played, who's doing this and that. And then the third session would just be watching myself practice, like with the spring practices and last year's film. Like, okay, like next time this happens to me, kind of going the same basis of the first part, just watching receivers run routes against coverages. And then during the season, pretty much the same thing. Like I'm prepping, like our receiver room gets a certain player that we look at, and we do analysis on them and what we think their strengths are or weaknesses are, and pretty much watching building up from like, okay, I'll watch a third down cut up I watch the first down cut up. I watch certain coverage cut ups to see how defenders are moving, and it's picking up on tendencies. So that'd be that.
What do you like to do in your free time?
In my free time, I like to play in the new NCAA, of course. I have to play that. I like to read. I journal. I like to hike. Love hiking. Um, I like to build Legos. I haven't built Legos in a few months, but I like uh, I like that. It's so calm and relaxing, and just I love watching shows. Like I can binge shows to whenever it needs it, whenever it's finished. I just love doing that. So those are a few things that I like to do.
What is your plan for this upcoming season and for the future?
Um, this upcoming season, our goal or my our goal, but my goal is to win a Ivy League championship, and we just recently were able to get into the FCS playoffs. So, making history of being the first team to be in the FCS playoffs and turning our Cornell our culture around would be the number one thing on my list, um, and just being a all team guy, getting one of those categories, and then in the future, um, get to the NFL draft, show the people who Doryn Smith is, and the rest will be written.
Uh, Thanks again for taking some time out of your busy day to come on and talk about your journey. And I wish you nothing but the best of luck.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me on.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.